everybody. So today I'm back with another video, and today's topic is going to be a real issues which is going on. It's not an issue, but a topic or a thing which is happening in both the life of a person, that is male or female. So the topic is masturbation. So when I said this masturbation, lots of people might be thinking, oh, gee, a kind of thing will be coming into their mind. How can she say these things in public? That kind of mindset of will be there. But I would like to say these things are very common. These are the thing which is normally happening in our society. Masturbation is common in any age group. If we take thing, okay. So what do you mean by this masturbation? Lots of people might be knowing, like it's a kind of self-stimulation of their own genital parts. It can be the extragenital or the main genital. It can be anything. So self-stimulation in order to get pleasure. That is the main thing. So basically both the people, like male is also doing and female is also doing, but more predominantly male persons are doing in much more in rate. If we consider the percentage wise, they are more doing. I'm telling this thing because usually what people think is that girls don't do, ladies don't do, but nowadays, not nowadays, but in this century, lots of current issues has been displayed in the form of films, in form of series, web series, in which they have displayed the desire of a female or a woman. So lots of films are there. So in which her desires has been portrayed, and in that it has been mentioned like related to the masturbation itself in order to get the pleasure. So that means in both the sphere, the male as well as the female, they are doing this thing in order to get satisfied. If they are not getting satisfaction in their relationship, automatically they will do this thing. Not 100%, but still. So that is the thing regarding this thing. It can happen with the help of hand, fingers, or any kind of vibrators. In society or in commercial type of thing, it has been said like sex toys. Then it can be certain kind of objects, cylindrical objects, any kind of material which can be used for those purpose. So these are things which they can do in combinations, whether it can be their own self, that is mean like self stimulation, that is a self masturbation they can perform in their own body, or other thing is like mutual one. So if both the partners are present, they will be performing for other person. That is a mutual one. So these are the certain types which has been there, and I would like to say this masturbation has certain benefits. Certain benefits in the form of medical as well as in the form of psychological. I would first display the benefits of regarding psychological. What is happening? When a couple is having a long distance relationship, they won't meet. So it doesn't mean that masturbation is related to sex. It is not related. It's just a mere touch is necessary in a body. So certain kind of touch, certain kind of areas. It can create a elevated level of feeling. So that is also known as masturbation. So in that way, it will reduces the tension, it reduces the a kind of depression, stress level will be reduced. And also in case of psychological, certain people do this thing in a form of mere pressure, like peer pressure related. If they have certain group, I would like to have an example here, like a male group of people, they may be commenting like that, he did like this, he did like that. So other person may feel like he didn't did like these things. So in that peer pressure, maybe he will do this thing. And also this doing these things purely suggest that a person is getting control over their sexual impulses. So he found a kind of victory that he can control his or her impulses while doing these things. And also doing these things, the person who is doing, that person is able to find certain areas which is exciting him or her. So that area is important. If she or he can tell her or his partner that these areas stimulate much more in a greater sense, so that will create a happy mood if they rectify these areas. So in that way it is a benefit part. And in case of medical aspect, I would like to say, usually in male, I'm telling about the male things. So usually if they perform these things, ejaculation will be there. So because of these continuous ejaculation, studies has been said like that, there is a reduction in prostate cancer. So that is a study which has been conducted, and certain articles are also present. So in that way it is good. But as a socially acceptable thing, if we say these things in a public or in a society, people won't take it in a correct manner. And also it is normal. I would like to say it is normal. It's in our mind that these things cannot be done. It is not okay for a person to do. These things are normal. But it will become abnormal if a person is doing in a different manner, in a different behavior. If he perform these things in front of the society, just to expose his part, that is a different kind of mental disorder, psychological disorder, and that way it is going to be in a abnormal way. But in his or her private space, if he is performing these things just to get a pleasure, it is okay. It becomes abnormal if he consider these things just to tease other, just to make display his body parts to other people in front of society, just to make fear them, or just to tease, anything. That is abnormal character of a person. That is a difference between normal and abnormal thing. Then in a relationship, when a couple is being in an intimate session, they might touch in different areas which can display their happiness, which can elevate their mood. So in that sphere, it's normal for those couples. That is a thing I would like to say. And being in a medical profession, I would like to say this masturbation is not a part which a person is doing in adult. This is self-stimulation. If I purely say the definition of this thing, self-stimulation usually occurs. We have studied in a psychological book that these has been recorded or observed during the child journey. Even the small, if we consider a 9-month baby, If we touch the genital part of a baby, or he or she himself touches the part, he can feel a kind of giggling, a kind of smile will be there. That is a psychological point of view. We have studied that thing in our during the course of our study. So from that onwards, the child is progressing, and after the certain age, like 1, 2, 3 years, he or she will start touching their body. It can be the like if I say the male person, if he touches his penis, he will feel certain kind of excitement. That is thing which is happening in the childhood. So, and as the age progresses, as he comes into the teenage period, he starts developing that it is necessary to masturbate. He will himself, his body will find that it has to be done, and the progression leads to ejaculation. At that time, he will come to know that what is happening in the body. So this is a kind of psychology plus physiological thing which is happening in the body. Even in case of females, what is happening when a person is entering into the puberty or before the puberty, certain body changes occurs in a female. So it's not a very happy thing to do or to feel, but at first stage it will be like certain issues will be there to accept our own body, because our body will be increasing, our body changes before the puberty, like breast changes will be there, pubic hairs will be there, the shape will be changing. So certain changes will be there in female body as well as in male body. So these are the changes which is related to the puberty, and in that itself this thing is also coming. They are able to know their own body, the genital part as well as the extragenital part. If I consider the female character, that is a breast region. So they can feel the stimulation if a nipple are getting touched. So these are the things which in the time of puberty it is happening. So that is the thing I would say it's normal, because since the childhood people are analyzing their own body. So if they are praising their body, if they are praising and if they are considering it to be to be done to get their own pleasure, it's okay. That is a thing I should say. And one more advantage is also there. Doing this this masturbation, there is a chance of reduction in STDs, because they are not at all involved in any kind of sex. They are self-stimulating, right? So in that way, oral sex or anal sex are not common. Even the normal sex is also not common. So automatically any kind of fungal infection, any kind of oral infection won't occur. That is a thing. But if they are, I'm getting into the kind of disadvantage. If they are doing it in a regular basis and it is kind of excess, so maybe they can develop any kind of like backache or injuries to the area, because they might be using certain kind of articles. So that kind of injury will be happening, or any kind of backache, any kind of hand, if they are using hand continuously, so hand hand pain will be there. So in that way it will be like a disadvantage. Other than it is normal, if a person is able to accept, it is normal. This is a thing I should say. And one more thing is that for this masturbation we don't need a partner. That is a thing. But for a sex we need a partner. That I have studied. I have not studied. I have just seen on one article that for sex we need a person to be there. His or her involvement is very necessary. But for masturbation, even just thinking, Any kind of, people might think their imaginative beauty, their heroine, heroes, they can do it. So that kind of pressure is not there. That a person should be there. That is the thing I have studied. I have read this somewhere in an article. Then next thing is like that. In a relationship, when they are performing this love making session or sex, a kind of pressure will be there in male part, okay, whether there will be premature ejaculation will happen or not. So because if they don't want to conceive, so lots of pressure will be there over the male part. But in case of these things like masturbation, that pressure is not at all present. He will be free. He don't have to take stress whether he has to stop or not, whether it will lead to pregnancy or it will be ejaculated early or late. So that kind of advantage is there. So basically it's a bonus, not bonus, it's an advantage part on the male part. He don't have to take lots of peer pressure during that time, or the pressure regarding this ejaculation process. So that is a thing I should say, or I should aware you people regarding the normal thing which is happening regarding the masturbation. So if you have any kind of queries, you can mention in the comment, or if you have any kind of topic that you want me to take, you can also mention that in the comment section box. I will definitely look forward to make a video on that. So till then, do like, do share, do subscribe my channel. Till then.